everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Casual Otaku Weekly, our, weekly show about talking about news and other junk we just kind of found on the internet. We are recording this today on the 9th, and we'll be talking about any news that came out as early as August 2nd, 2020. How you doing, Lamp?
I'm good. Trying to not cough up my lung, but yes, good otherwise.
Alright, good. Now, let's get to our first story then. Well, it's kind of an update of a story from the second. So apparently, Hololive, you know them, you love them, everybody has their favorite waifu. But apparently, they're having a lot of copyright issues. So the head phrase is, virtual YouTuber agency Hololive apologizes for uploading videos without copyright permission. And this is kind of weird for me because, like, as a YouTuber myself, we deal with copyright. I mean, every YouTuber deals with copyright strikes and whatever every single day. But what I found interesting about Hololive is that despite being virtual YouTubers, they still treat themselves as an idol group, like, you know, real life idol groups. But, like, they have, like, very interesting YouTube aesthetics. For example, in this case, essentially the story is about the Hololive management apologizing for Nintendo footage that got caught in the copyright system. And they're doing, like, their apology in, like, the traditional idol way, making it formal, saying they'll never do it again, and it's just really weird. And then an update happened, like I think as of yesterday the 8th, a particular virtual YouTuber of Hololive, Uokami, is taking a 1-month live streaming hiatus after her Capcom copyright strike. And again, like, this is the type of stuff you see like in idols when a lot of big scandals happen, but like, why with YouTube? YouTube is different. Like, there's gonna be bots, like, you never know when you're gonna get copyright strike, so like, why treat it like some kind of big scandal? That's what I'm trying to say.
I would say, like, they're trying to run it like it's part of the brand thing. Like, they're not just virtual YouTubers, they're your idol group popular friends. And I can see why they're taking that stance, but yeah, it's a bit overblown. I ultimately see them as individual YouTubers. Yes, they're a part of a company, but still they're individual YouTubers. So, too much business and too little thought about it, but I guess that's just my take on it.
I feel like they haven't compromised much. I want to preface that I'm very, very ignorant to the whole idol business. They're kind of in a middle ground between Vocaloids, who are just a piece of software, you can do whatever you want, and actual idols. Yes, they are an idol group. So I do think that in certain aspects, they should treat themselves like an idol group, you know, with the confidentiality and like doing whatever they want. And unlike in a normal idol group, Hololive or any virtual YouTuber, they can be whatever age they want in real life, as long as they can act well on camera as like their avatar. But like, going as far as to go on a hiatus for a Capcom copyright strike that could or could not be embodied, like, it's just weird. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that.
And next we have, speaking of kind of weird, Japan has officially appointed Hello Kitty as their copyright PR ambassador. The official Sanrio mascot will basically be teaching the kids and everyone in Japan about copyright infringement issues. Not like Hello Kitty already hasn't got a grasp of a lot of the world, but now they're going to be part of the teaching you about copyright in general.
In Japan.
In Japan specifically, yes. I don't know how far they're going to push that, but still, it's Hello Kitty.
My thing with that is Japan has different copyright than other countries, like for example the US. So our copyright law is more concrete, at least from how I've experienced it on YouTube. So Japan has a completely different thing, and I'm not gonna pretend I understand it, but I don't know how that's gonna work with Hello Kitty, but alright.
I like the part of the line where it says, the mascot commented, I will do my utmost to ensure that everyone learns about copyright. The mascot's not commenting anything, let alone the person in the costume at the ceremony, but whatever.
They have a mascot for literally everything in Japan. One of my favorite mascots is like this little pink deer that has a rifle that hunts other hunters.
What?
It's great.
That's amazing.
I love it. I forgot its name, but I'll probably put it up on the screen somewhere right now. But anyway, let's continue on. You have another one.
As another YouTube channel on the planned use in the future, basically a collaboration channel between several different companies, including Toei, Kondasha, Shungakukan, Shine, and Tezuka, along with Nippon. Basically, a bunch of these anime companies are coming together. They're gonna make one channel called Anime-log or Anilog. The channel is currently up on YouTube as far as I can tell. Nothing on there yet, but they do plan to apparently release officially licensed animations because apparently there exists a problem with illegal video distribution. So they're gonna release a safe channel that families can enjoy together, and it may be full episodes, it may be clips. There's no news on what they're gonna release yet, but keep an eye on that channel for the future.
I remember when Funimation back in the day would post very old anime in their subbed versions completely for free on YouTube. Are they doing like that?
No official yet, but if that's the case, it says that the staff does intend to provide subtitled content in English and Chinese for overseas fans, so I would assume that.
It still doesn't look into the past anymore, which is kind of sad, but like, hey, this is a good official option for those who are against piracy, and that kind of thing is its own can of worms, but yeah, well, we'll just have to see, yeah. Now that we talked about some official news that we like to talk about, let's move on to some more anime Pacific things like seasonal dates and stuff. So the first one is Bleach is getting delayed. Again, Bleach is getting delayed till 2022, and I kind of saw this coming. I personally, out of the big three, I was always a One Piece fan out of the three. Well, I was originally a Naruto fanboy first, and then I switched over my allegiance to One Piece. But Bleach was never like my thing, mostly because probably my household banned Bleach. My mom didn't even know about anime, but for some odd reason, she just banned me from watching Bleach, specifically, until I was like a 16-year-old. It just never caught my eye, but like, yeah, I guess this is from like the picture I'm seeing, the Bleach face again graphic and stuff. I think this is gonna like continue on the series to actually complete it this time, because man, did Bleach get a really weird last arc in the anime.
I never actually watched the very last arc, so I guess oh gosh, it's been a while since I've watched it. I would hope that they finish it. I mean, so much work in that show. I hope it actually just ends the show. Don't be like a One Piece and just keep going.
I kind of dabbled in and out. Like, once I actually got older, I dabbled in it. It still wasn't my thing, but like, I'm glad the fans actually who do like Bleach do get a continuation. It's just gonna be another 2 years from now. So, you got some seasonal stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so Beastars Season 2, that's getting a release soon, which I absolutely devoured the first season, so I am looking forward to Season 2. Mind you, I really need to read the manga. Apparently a lot of it's explained in the manga, and I really should read that. But still, looking forward to that one, along with noting Aggretsuko Season 3, which absolutely will also devour that. Those two shows are amazing, and I hope that they come out soon, not just in English. I'll watch them in sub if I can find the links. But yes, very excited for those two coming out especially.
For me, the only thing I have for like seasonal anime news is like Yashahime coming in the fall season, which is a sequel to Inuyasha. I have waited for this series all fucking year. I cannot wait. I'm so happy. This takes place like in the future, like after Naraku dies for good this time. It's essentially about everyone's kids.
Oh.
Everyone's kids essentially grow up and they go on an adventure to do shit. And apparently one of them gets brought to the human world, and one of them is kind of like looked after by Kagome's brother Koda, who's grown up now. And I find that to be interesting, and I'm like, oh shit, I watched Inuyasha like a couple of times as a kid. I watched the whole series twice over because of Toonami, and then when I finally figured out there was a final act, I got to finish. So I had a good, concise ending to the story. Did not expect Sango and Moroku to have 3 kids together.
That's fair.
But that's what you do when you face a giant hand, gropey monster dude guy who's been in a cave for so long and then gets evil powers. And you kinda just want some fuck. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. And I might even do an episode by episode review thing each week, which is normally not my thing on the channel, but might change with this.
Yo, get hype.
Hype. Alright, now that we've talked about seasonal content and all the good old news, now we get to what the hell did I watch or read this week, where we talk about something that was on our minds that we actively watched or read anime and manga wise. And for me, the manga I want to share this week is called May I Please Ask Just One More Thing, in the whole villainous isekai genre, which I feel like was a thing way before Wend, and I'm gonna make a whole series about that, but hey. If you're a fan of like the Bakurina anime, you're gonna like this one. So it's basically about this villainess who attempts to get downfalled by this really crappy, corrupt prince dude, and he's a piece of shit, right? So you know how like in everything, the villainess goes back in time or ends up accepting their ruin? No, in this one, the girl's like, fuck you, and punches the guy in the face. This is a martial arts anime hidden as a villainous isekai. Wait a minute, wait, let me go back. It acts like a villainous isekai, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's just a general fantasy anime, let me clarify. It's not an actual isekai. It's like Goblin Slayer where no one's actually born or reincarnated, but it has the same mechanics as an isekai. So yeah, it's just a soul fantasy anime, but it's a martial arts anime about beating shit up. It is great. I love it, and I recommend everybody go read it. Your turn, Lamp.
So this is not necessarily one I've watched, but is one that my roommate, who actually has a lot more time to watch anime than I do, showed me, and I'm fascinated, but I don't know what to think about it. Parasyte is one of those animes where you think, oh, the premise is fine, just it's, viruses are inhabiting humanity and it's gonna go bad. But no, the viruses transform the body where they infect, so if your hand gets infected, you no longer control your hand, the parasite does, and it can make into a sword, it can make into like anything that's not physically possible in order to survive. And if it controls your head, you no longer have a brain. And the whole series by itself sounds interesting, but then it gets really, really elfin-lied, if you know what I mean. I'm just morbidly fascinated, but at the same time, I'm also kind of terrified of watching it. So if you want a show that you might really either really like or really hate, but also just really cool premise, Parasyte. That's one I recommend to watch.
I actually had to drop it personally because it got real too weird for me and convoluted. But I heard the manga was better, so there's that. But other than that, we're gonna end it off here for today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. And I hope to see you on the next episode of Cow.
Moo.
Oh my god.